Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive.
Mm-hmm.
This time we're checking into Hotel Transylvania.
Ooh,
So
fun.
get ready for some laughs, some chills, and maybe even a few dad jokes.
Sounds like my kind of place.
Right. Okay, so first things first, what is it about this movie that really stands out to you?
Well, I think it's how they turn the whole monster movie thing on its head.
Oh yeah, how so?
Well, you've got Dracula, right? The ultimate creature of the night, and here he is running a hotel for monsters.
Yeah, to protect his daughter from the humans.
Like he's more worried about her safety than anything else.
It's almost like they took this iconic figure of horror and turned him into like a worried dad.
Yeah, an overprotective one at that.
Totally. And speaking of subverting expectations, did you ever think you'd see Adam Sandler voicing Dracula?
Honestly, it's perfect casting, right? I mean, Sandler brings that signature humor, but he also gives Dracula this depth.
Yeah, you can really sense Dracula's grief over losing his wife.
Exactly, and it kind of explains why he's so obsessed with keeping Mavis sheltered.
Yeah, it makes you think, though. If the humans are the real monsters in this world,
Hmm.
what does that say about how we see anyone who's different from us?
Oh, that's a good point. It's like the movie is making us look at our own prejudices.
Yeah, for sure. So we see Dracula building this whole fake human village to scare Mavis.
Right, complete with actors and everything.
Like he's going to extreme lengths to keep her in this little bubble.
It's a bit over the top, but it definitely makes you think about how fear can warp our perceptions.
Okay, let's shift gears for a second and talk about Mavis. She's not exactly a damsel in distress, is she?
Not at all. She's so full of life, curious and adventurous. She's basically a teenager.
Oh, vampire teenager.
Right, but she's still got that same yearning for independence that all teenagers have.
And that clashes big time with her dad's overprotective nature.
It's that classic parent-child struggle, just with a monster twist.
And then we have Jonathan stumbling into this whole monster world.
Talk about a fish out of water.
So Jonathan, he's this human backpacker who ends up at Hotel Transylvania by accident.
And Dracula is freaking out, trying to hide him from all the other monsters.
Like disguising him as Frankenstein's cousin or something.
Exactly. It's hilarious watching Dracula, who's supposed to be this master of fear, panicking over garlic and stuff.
That scene where Jonathan almost walks into the sunlight, I was dying.
Classic. And you gotta love the animation style, too.
Oh yeah, it's so unique.
It's like Genndy Tartakovsky brought this real energy to the movie.
He's the guy behind Dexter's Lab and Samurai Jack, right?
Yeah, he's got this signature style that's super expressive.
It's like spooky and silly all at the same time. And the voice cast.
Mhm.
Andy Samberg, Kevin James, Steve Buscemi. It's
And-
amazing.
Yeah, they totally nailed it. Okay, but back to the story. How does Mavis react to Jonathan crashing their monster party?
Right. What happens when they meet?
Well, she's immediately drawn to him.
Really?
Yeah, remember, she's grown up surrounded by these older monsters with their routines and anxieties.
Jonathan represents everything she's been missing.
Exactly. He's this breath of fresh air, and she's totally smitten, even if it terrifies Dracula.
Ah, so we've got some classic forbidden love going on.
Oh, yeah, big time. But I think we should probably leave it there for now.
Okay, yeah, things are definitely about to get interesting. So we'll be back soon with more of this Hotel Transylvania deep dive.
Can't wait. So Jonathan's human, and the whole hotel knows it.
Yeah, what happens then?
Well, let's just say it doesn't go over well with everyone.
I can imagine. Like, talk about a culture clash.
Right. These monsters have spent their whole lives hiding from humans.
And Dracula's been drilling it into their heads that humans are dangerous.
Exactly. So now they're all freaking out.
Some more than others, I bet.
Oh, definitely. You've got some who are terrified, some who are disgusted.
Are there any who are kind of okay with it?
Maybe a few, but most of them are ready to run Jonathan right out of the hotel.
I mean, this is their safe space, right? A sanctuary from the human world.
And Jonathan's just blown it wide open.
Poor guy. He must feel so out of place.
Oh, he is. Totally. But you gotta admire his attitude.
Yeah, he never really loses his cool, does he?
Nope. He's surrounded by creatures he probably thought were myths.
And Dracula's trying to scare him off with all these crazy illusions.
But Jonathan just keeps smiling and trying to make friends.
It's like he's this walking, talking ray of sunshine.
And that's what starts to win some of the monsters over.
They see that he's not a threat.
Right, he's just a guy who's curious and wants to have a good time.
That's got to be frustrating for Dracula, though.
Oh, absolutely. He's horrified that Mavis has fallen for a human.
After he spent all this time warning her about them.
But he also loves his daughter and wants her to be happy.
It's like he's stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Big time. It all comes to a head when Jonathan decides to leave.
Oh, why does he do that?
He doesn't want to cause any more trouble.
He realizes He's the reason everyone's so upset.
And he thinks leaving will make things easier for Mavis and Dracula.
That's noble of him, but it leaves Mavis heartbroken, right?
Totally. She finally meets someone who sees her for who she is.
Not just Dracula's daughter.
And then he's gone because of her dad's fear.
She must feel so betrayed by both of them.
It's a turning point for Dracula, too.
How so?
He sees how much pain he's caused his daughter.
The very thing he was trying to protect her from.
It's like a punch in the gut for him.
His good intentions totally backfired.
So what does he do? He decides to go after Jonathan.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
He leaves the hotel.
Yeah, he realizes he messed up and he's gonna fix it.
But isn't he, like, allergic to sunlight?
He is, which is why this is such a big deal.
He's literally risking his life to make things right with Mavis.
And to get Jonathan back.
So he goes out into the human world.
Yeah, with a little help from his friends.
Like a monster road trip.
They pile into a hearse and head off to find Jonathan.
I bet that's a sight to see.
Oh, it's hilarious. They have all these misadventures trying to blend in.
Like what kind of misadventures?
Well, there's this scene where they stop at a diner.
Oh,
Frankenstein accidentally scares a waitress. Wayne the werewolf can't stop shedding, and Griffin will invisible.
that sounds chaotic.
It's pure comedy gold. But amidst all the craziness, there's this really sweet moment.
What happens?
They come across a town that's having a monster festival.
The humans are celebrating monsters.
Yeah, it turns out they're not afraid of them at all. They even help Dracula create a path to the airport so he can reach Jonathan without being in the sun.
So they're actually helping him.
It's a beautiful moment of acceptance.
It's like the movie is saying, hey, maybe humans and monsters aren't so different after all.
Exactly. We all have our fears, our quirks, our capacity for kindness.
So does Dracula make it to the airport in time?
He does, but the plane has already taken off.
Oh, no.
But he doesn't give up. He flies after the plane.
He flies.
How?
Well, he's Dracula. He finds a way.
And he's still in pain from the sunlight, right?
Oh, yeah. He's putting himself through a lot for Mavis.
So what happens next? Does he catch the plane?
You'll have to wait till next time to find out.
All right, so Dracula's chasing this plane. He's in agony from the sunlight.
It's intense, right?
Does he actually catch up to it? He does.
Yeah.
He uses his powers to compel the pilot to talk to Jonathan.
What does he say?
He basically pours his heart out, apologizes for everything, explains how much Mavis is hurting.
It's a big step for him to admit he was wrong.
And to do it in front of a human?
So what does Jonathan say? Does he come back?
Well, he's already in love with Mavis, and he's touched by Dracula's effort.
Go.
So he agrees to return.
Yay.
Dracula helps guide the plane back to the hotel, making sure everyone's safe.
It's amazing how much he's changed. He went from fearing humans to risking his life for one.
Love can do crazy things, right?
For sure. And it's not just Dracula. The other monsters are happy to see Jonathan, too.
Yeah, they've all come around. They're dancing, celebrating this new harmony.
It's a happy ending for everyone. Then Mavis and Jonathan can finally be together.
With Dracula's blessing, of course.
I love it. It shows that family can be anyone, even monsters.
And that it's never too late to change your mind about someone.
Oh, before we wrap up, I wanted to ask about the animation during the credits.
Yeah, it's different, right?
It's like this cool hand-drawn style.
That's Gendy Tartakovsky's signature. He's known for that kind of quirky animation.
I thought it was a nice touch.
Me too. It adds a little something extra to the ending.
So, as we check out of Hotel Transylvania, what's the biggest thing you'll take away from this movie?
I think it's a reminder that we shouldn't let fear control our lives.
Yeah, we can choose to be open to new experiences, new people.
Even if they seem different or scary at first.
Because who knows, we might end up making some amazing connections.
Or discovering something wonderful about ourselves.
Well said. That's Hotel Transylvania for you folks. A fun family film with a lot of heart and a message that really resonates.
Hope you enjoyed this deep dive.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite movies. We'll see you next time.